Ahoy there, how you doing? Yeah, I'm alright, you? You out busting for the loo? Or are you just generally busting? How's you doing? If you want to contact the podcast, it's 0121 it's Morgan, 0121 it's Morgan at gmail.com. It's not a phone number, but someone left a comment saying 0121 do one. I've not heard anyone say that in years, because I'm not supposed to be in this like little gang-related thing of Birmingham where everything's all gang-related. Jesus Christ, the gang names in Birmingham, for Christ's sake, they just go it on postcodes. Jesus, and I've looked it up. I wanted to know if the gang in the B52 postcode area has a love shack. I'll let that one sink in, but that's a very good joke. How you doing? You all right, you? Now, have you ever noticed the cars, audio systems, hands-free kits, all keeping it very, very safe, because there's a lot of dickheads on the road, there's a lot of dickheads on and off the road, and never mind on there. The ones who basically, rightly so, got it hands-free and got their phone calls through their car stereo system, which is good, perfectly safe. But for God's sake, can you just turn the volume down a little bit? The amount of conversations I've heard, Jesus Christ, just by driving along or sitting in the car and someone's got their car stereo system in hands-free, and you can hear all sorts of conversations, particularly like a lady who's booking a gynecologist appointment. I know all the ins and outs about that lady, no pun intended. Things like that, the poor sod whose mother's just passed away during, the celebrations of Mother's Day, which is not the proper version. It's the supermarkets want to sell cards and flowers and crap, basically, and pieces of plastic that are just going to end up on a car boot or a charity shop one day for one reason or another. Just turn the volume down a little bit, All right, some people might have to turn it up because they're trying to sort the aircon out and things like that. But God's sake, you can hear everything. And these are these big cars, these big SUV type hummus, or as I like to call them, Hiroshima-saurus cars. They're so big, the Range Rovers, the Discoveries, the stupid SUVs they're just crap. But what gets me, are they ever going to go off-road? They're designed to go off-road. Are they going to go off-road? Are they going to go on the mountain tracks through muddy fields, up snowy mountains? No, they're just going to go to the supermarket and back for a very tiny lady. These big cars are normally driven by tiny little lady. It is. This one lady, she must have been 3 foot off the ground on one of these Hiroshima-saurus cars. It was probably a Discovery, I can't remember. Huge off-road 4x4. She was just popping in the supermarkets. She had a little step to get out of the car, but she had a phone in her hand just before she was about to set off, but she dropped it and the door was open. And she's now in the market to buy a new mobile phone, because I saw that particular phone. I don't know what model it is, so don't quote me on anything like that. That particular phone end up in about 3 different pieces. Little lady, big car. I would also like to go driving around without any bugger asking for spare change when you pull up to a red light. In the West Midlands, it happens everywhere. Virtually every single stop, there's someone asking for money. And my response is, well, my friend, good luck to you, but let's be honest, you're going to get more shit-faced than me this Friday night. I live like a monk now. Not because of, I want to do this, I want to live a healthier lifestyle, which I do. It's not because I want to live a healthier lifestyle, I want to calm down. It's just I simply can't afford to get rat-arsed anymore. It's too expensive. I've got to wait for the club card offers to come on in Tesco's. I'm not promoting them. I'm just saying, well, if they're on offer, I'll buy it. Nice bottle of red wine that Pedro's advertising, which I was drinking before it was being advertised. It is very, very nice and does get me shit-faced from time to time. But still, what can you do? What can you do? But it is a thing. There's an area in Birmingham called Great Bar. Nothing great about it at all. And they've got a supermarket there, which I used to work in. But coming up to it a roundabout when people are panic buying, because we've just had a hail of snow in Britain and people just panic. They have to panic. They have to go out and panic buy, so they all rush to the supermarket. And this particular roundabout is a bloody nightmare. And of course, it's in Great Bar as well. So I'm approaching the roundabout and somebody's coming round, but there's really, really heavy traffic and the actual on the roundabout is going really slow. So the guy, I'm about to come off, but I'm giving way. But the guy waves me on. I approach forward, then he starts to zoom forward, so he nearly went into me. So he let me through and tried to ram into me. You know, insurance money, basically. Just bastards, you know, scamming artists and not from a foreign country making phone calls, pretending to be the tax man or from Curry's PC World, trying to get your credit card details. No, this is a little bit of old-fashioned scamming going on. Yes, yes. Again, another off-road car speeding off the road next to me. Never going to go off-road. Where am I? What am I talking about? Yes, this car sped past me, got the two-finger salute from the driver, and the 15-year-old mother who was sat in the back screamed, you know, you let me out, you bastards.
A little bit of road rage. I was the calm, collective and sensible person. But you don't just let people on to try and ram into them. That's just silly. I'm actually back home now. That was Friday. Or Saturday, I can't remember. But it's Monday now, the 13th of March. This is going out as soon as it's done and edited, really. It's going out there to the world of the podcasts. And guess which podcast service is giving me the most grief? Must buy some pink ladies later on. Say no more, say no more. So what's happened? Oscars last night. Right, the whole Oscar season, I weren't really that interested, but I was like, yeah, I haven't actually watched any of them. And then I found out what the winner was this morning. And I was like, oh, I've seen that. It's a really good film. And that was the only film I've watched, and I've watched none of the others. But well done to Brendan Fraser, again. I like him from The Mummy and other films. George of the Jungle. The Mummy Returns. The Mummy 3. The Tomb of such and such. Yeah, they're good films, they are. And I'm happy he won, because of all the bullshit that's going on. Well, I don't know, I'm not... This isn't a celebrity gossip podcast like Match of the Day. I'm happy to present that. I don't know what's going on, but I'm very happy to present that. And I'll tell you what, over the weekend, something that should be up for awards and nominations and such, if you've got Netflix, by God, check out that Luther film. Oh, it was fantastic. It's on Netflix, edge of the seat from start to finish. The neighbours' dogs, even they agree the Luther film is fantastic. And Andy Serkis plays an absolute fucking psychopath. He's an absolute psychopath. And for the first time I didn't see Gollum. But what I really enjoyed about the Luther film is that there wasn't a single superhero in sight. None of this Marvel, DC or whatever crap. Because it's really getting on my nerves. The superhero films, they're just not good anymore. They get this predictable. But the Luther film, really, really good. And it was a nice way to spend my weekend watching that film. What else have I got up to? Bloody gardening again. I'm in the garden getting my fingers all green. Only because I'm very impartial to a rhubarb crumble, so I'm growing my own rhubarb crumble. Why do I want rhubarb crumble? Because it's delicious. But weather-wise, pissing it down. That's raining for American folks. It's raining, so it's not very good. Match of the day. I want to present Match of the Day. Have I said that already? Yeah. This is just trying to quick fire, get them out there, get this out there with some extra stuff. Because I recorded on Friday, but I didn't record anything for the rest of the weekend. So I thought I'd get this out there now. Because I can. And it's a podcast. It's what we do. We pod. We sit in the pod. We talk bollocks for 20, 15 minutes or whatever. Then we get it out there as quickly as possible. When I say the whole process is much easier than doing a podcast, then I'm a vlogger doing a vlogging video. So let's talk about the video side of things. Okay, number one, you've got to do your hair. You've got to make yourself look pretty and all that. And then you've got to put it onto the computer. Now, that takes a while, depending on how quick your computer system is. You've got to put it on there, and it's all got to render in. Then you've got to edit. Then you've got to put all the audio titles in, then put it onto YouTube, where this is great. That takes ages. For roughly, think of it like this, for every 1 minute of footage, that's about an hour's work, in theory. So for every 1 minute, you need about an hour's work. For podcasts, for every minute, you need about a minute and a half. All depends on how quickly it does. But it's what I do when I'm rendering. So as soon as this is rendering, I'll be going off for a crap. And the rendering don't take that long. So hopefully I'll do something what I call a quick plop drop. Oh, it's a quick one this morning. That's what she says. So what I'll be doing is saying, if you want to contact me, 0121, it's morgan@gmail.com. If you want to do anything, say anything, I'll read it out if I have to. But yeah, I've been getting into a little bit of gaming lately. Red Dead Redemption 2. Nothing to do with the name Morgan, Arthur Morgan. If anyone asks, it's a long distance relative and they based it on my great-great-great-grandfather or whatever. I'll see if I can get some money out for that. But yeah, Red Dead Redemption 2. I'll be putting a clip on my sort of gaming channel of how the train ran over the horse. But I'm Adam Paul Morgan. It's Morgan. Ta-ra a bit.